You guys hear that music? That means we are back. That's right. It's another special edition of the Babyfaces podcast here on iHeartRadio, official pro wrestling podcast of iHeartRadio Louisville, powered by 97.5 WAMZ. Joined with another very special guest, a three-time friend, which officially makes you a best friend of the show, WWE Smackdown Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton. Welcome to the show. How you doing today, Tiffy?
I'm doing great. Third time's a charm. How
That's
are
right.
you?
We're hanging in there busy. I had a golf scramble yesterday, Tiffany. Are you big into golf at all? You ever go out on the golf course?
No, but I did used to work on a golf course, so I know like a little bit of the game.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I was standing out in the sun. It was burning. I was hanging with the radio crew, and it's one of our longest days of the year. So today's just a recovery day. I'm glad that we get to do this. I guess we'll just go ahead and get into it. We were coming off of Summerslam just a couple weeks ago. We just had your opponent that you beat, Jade Cargill, last week. So I just kind of wanted to get from you, what was SummerSlam like from your perspective, and you're retaining your women's champion. And I guess another question on top of that, something that we alluded to with Jade. There's a lot of online hate and criticism for everybody, especially when they don't get the match that they desired or anything like that. But I thought that you guys put on a really good match, even though for being 7 minutes. Is there anything that you had underestimated about Jade, or when you walked away from that match, you're going, you know what? She's actually better than I expected.
No, I think fully walking into this, I knew what Jade can do. I think other people underestimate Jade, and I feel like I overestimated Jade, and that's why I pulled through and I won. Going into SummerSlam, I was so nervous. It was my first SummerSlam ever, so that alone was just so nerve-wracking, but thankfully I pulled through and I beat Little Miss Jade Cargill.
Yeah, it was like I said, I know it was a little bit short of a match, but I thought even with the 7 minute time span, I thought both of you guys were able to showcase what you do. I mean, as we said before we started the show, you look like $1 million. Jade looks like $1 million. Sometimes that's what wrestling is based off of. Two larger than life characters getting in the ring, and sometimes you don't need a 40-minute story. So I just thought that was really good. I might be internet crime number one, because everybody wants the 5-star 35-minute matches now. But I thought you guys did what you had to do.
Thank you. I feel like we didn't have this like insane like life or death story going into SummerSlam, so I didn't really feel like we needed this, like you said, an insane 40-minute long match. I thought it was a very competitive match. It was very fast, and I think that's all we really needed. So I'm actually really pleased with how my match went at SummerSlam with Jade Cargill.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Not every match needs to be a clinic, and I'm cool with that. Piggybacking off of that, right? How do you navigate online criticism? Your rise has been very fast, and social media can be very brutal with the too much too soon narratives, right? Mm-hmm. How do you separate constructive criticism from noise? And do you let backlash get to your head?
That's a good question. So I definitely would say, like, when I first got called up, like, I felt like people were nice to me. And then as you kind of get pushed, as you kind of get put into, like, that top role, people kind of turn on you a little bit. And for me, I have become very good at, like, not even checking social media anymore. I literally just scroll on TikTok. And I have, like, such a good support system. Like, my friends and family are so amazing to me, and they always like reassure me if I do have doubts within myself. And I think ultimately just like knowing your worth, and if you believe the good, you have to believe the bad. So you have to kind of like take the criticism sometimes and apply it and just be self-aware. But for the most part, I think staying off of socials has really saved my mental. And honestly, like, people talking about me on the internet in a bad way, I think it's kind of silly, because I feel like those people would never be in my position. They would never be the WWE Women's Champion. So why would I be taking criticism or advice from somebody who I would not switch places with? So that's my take on it.
So great.
And you got another good question, Brian. How about that?
Right? Every time I talk to her, she goes, "Good question." That's a good thing.
That's what we're aiming for. It's better than horrible question next.
Right.
Well, another thing that I kind of wanted to touch up on, well, actually, we're here with Tiffany Stratton, WWE Smackdown Women's Champion. Smackdown also coming to Heritage Bank Arena in Cincinnati, October 3rd. Tiffany, I'm going to be spending my bachelor party weekend up there. We're kicking it off with wrestling, and we're just going to paint Cincinnati red the next couple days.
No way.
It's
Wait,
going to
that's
be awesome.
awesome. That a bachelor party with some wrestling?
Oh,
That's
yes.
awesome.
Absolutely. We're at least half of 2/3 of the groom's party is showing up. So I'm making them go. 3 or 4 of them are still wrestling fans. The other, we're going to convert them into wrestling fans that week. Once they see it live, that's why I tried to tell everybody, watch it live and then come at me with a different opinion.
You should make them wear Tiffy Time shirts.
Right. We can do that. We will arrange that. We will arrange that. That's if they're not sold out already. And, you know, it's hard to get some Tiffany Stratton. I'm still trying to find the Tiffany Stratton action figure. They're gone everywhere that I look.
Are they really?
Yes, I cannot find one to save my life. That's I want to get one of every friend of the show that we have, and I just can't find you. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that Walmart.
Wow, I didn't know that. I hope you find one.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. I need that good luck. I wanted to get to, we also talked with Jade, the Evolution 2, such a big monumental moment for women's wrestling. And you're a part of the new movement going up there. You faced off against Trish Stratus, someone that you've admired back in the day. What was that match sort of like? I mean, you were getting Trish Stratus. You were getting the chick kick. You were getting the Stratus faction. Like, she gave you everything. What was it like coming away from that match? And did you guys share any special moments afterwards, kind of the past and the future, kind of looking at what you guys have made with the Evolution pay-per-view?
I think the whole journey to Evolution for me with Trish was just special. I felt like there was no bad blood the entire time. It was just kind of like new generation versus old generation, and we both understood that. And going into the match, I was very nervous. Once again, like, I always get nervous for all of my matches, no matter what. But it's Trish Stratus. Like, I'm wrestling Trish Stratus at Evolution 2, so that in itself was just such a statement and such a just something to have on my resume. And even if I didn't win, and the opposite outcome happened, it still would have been such a good moment for me in my career. So Trish and I are still very cool. I love Trish. She's amazing, and my match with her, I felt like, was also amazing. I had so much fun the entire time, and that crowd at Evolution was seriously one of the best crowds I've ever been in front of.
That's awesome.
Evolution was a great match. You and Charlotte, I think, was also great. Those are 2 living legends that you've been compared to a lot, right? So my question is, how do you deal with being compared to people as big as them? And who else that you get compared with do you want to put to rest and be like, y'all can compare me all y'all want, but I'm the champ. It's Tiffany time.
I think the comparisons are more so compliments, if anything. Like, to be compared to Charlotte Flair and to Trish Stratus, that is such a compliment. They're both 2 amazing, beautiful wrestlers, and I feel like those were kind of the biggest 2 people that I have been compared to. I don't really know if there's anybody else. Maybe Kelly or I think for the most part it's Kelly. That would be really cool if she came back. But moving forward, I think I would love to wrestle Rhea Ripley or Becky Lynch. I think I got to get my lick back with Becky Lynch. She took the title off of me in NXT at No Mercy, and I think it's time for a little redemption moment.
That would be a great match, bro.
Yeah, I would totally look forward to seeing that. That is definitely a match that could headline WrestleMania. That's definitely a match that could headline night 1 or night 2 of a Royal Rumble, possibly, if they ever make that, or SummerSlam coming up. But it looks like we got to get through overseas, right? We got Clash at Paris coming up. You've had a couple people gunning for your title. All of a sudden, Nia Jax wants to get back into things, and then Julia kind of making an appearance. This may lead to some sort of multi-women match. Do you think, even though the odds don't seem in your favor, you've been a part of a lot of these matches before, do you think you have any upper hand going into Clash of Paris, regardless if it's 1 female or multiple?
Well, I mean, I already have the WWE Women's Championship, so of course I already have the upper hand. Everyone's kind of chasing me, which also is kind of scary because everyone's kind of gunning after me, like you said. But I love multi-woman matches. I've only had a couple in my career, but I think they're so exciting. That triple threat at WrestleMania with Rhea, Io, and Bianca was so fun to watch. I would love to one day have a triple threat as good as that match. So bring it, girls. Let's go.
So on my theme with asking your question is always about the future, because that's what you are to me. You the future, right? What's the vision for Tiffany Stratton 5 years from now? We already know that you're the women's champion, and that's usually the plateau. But in 5 years from now, where do you see yourself?
It's a very good question. I'm kind
That's
of
three
just
of them.
playing it by day. I would love to go to Raw and be on Netflix one day.
Yes.
I'd also love to main event a WrestleMania. I don't know who that would be with, but I think that would be obviously such an amazing accomplishment. And I just kind of want to be like a household name. I want people to know my name outside of wrestling. And I want my name to just kind of be like, oh, Tiffany Stratton, like she's as popular, as good as like Becky Lynch or Charlotte Flair. So I think just being a household name would be really cool and amazing.
Great answer.
Look at that. Well, once again, we got a WWE Smackdown Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton. It's Tiffy time here on the Babyfaces podcast. We're going to be getting you out of here in a second. But, guys, make sure to go get your tickets. Cincinnati, October 3rd, Heritage Bank Arena. It always goes down on a Friday night there. Want to get out, see that. We're going to be hanging out, some of the Babyfaces and the bachelor party. I got 2 quick rapid-fire questions for you, Tiffany, before we go ahead and get you out of here. One, you just introduced a new person to your family, right? A little puppy dog.
I did.
The name is Crumble, correct?
Crumble, yes.
Okay. So what's been the most exciting / stressful thing about being a new puppy owner?
Obviously getting him potty trained would be the most stressful thing. And then I guess the best thing about him is that he's so freaking cute. I literally I can't get enough of him. I get cuteness aggression and I just want to squeeze him so hard. And his fur is so soft. He is a fluffy mini Frenchie and I'm obsessed.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's adorable. I love how the internet just went in an uproar when you had him with the crumble cookie. And that was what a soft launch for a dog, right?
Right. Perfect introduction too.
Right, yes. Right. Well, one more question to get you out of here. I know you're fabulous. I know you're lavish, and this is no pressure on your significant other right now. But we talked about me getting married this year. What is the dream wedding destination for one Tiffany Stratton whenever that day comes? I want to say something tells me it would be a little low key, but I mean, come on, we're talking about Tiffany Stratton here.
That's such a good question. You know, I've never really thought about that stuff. I don't even know what kind of wedding ring I would like. Maybe a beach wedding because I love the beach. I love warm weather. Maybe somewhere in Hawaii or Mexico. Or I don't know, maybe somewhere in Italy, like Lake Como or something. Ooh. But I don't know. I really haven't thought that far. But definitely something on a beach.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds good. Especially if the weather is good, then that could make for the most perfect
thing.
If
you want good weather, all you got to do is go to my country, Dominican Republic. The weather's always
There you go. Oh,
that'd be a cool wedding destination.
Yes, ma'am.
That would be awesome. Well, hopefully whenever that day comes, it's going to be the most special day in your life. I'm looking forward to that being the most special day in my life here in a couple months. Tiffany Stratton, WWE Smackdown Women's Champion. Thank you so much again for joining Brian and myself here in the Babyfaces. We will see you in Cincinnati.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I'll see you later.
You take care, champ.